recording.
Hold on, let me wait for them. They hit us. About what happened. Yeah.
What's that?
I just heard you going, who said that? And then I heard Amanda going, what if that's true? Like, who's the what? There's no subject matter. We're like, we just empty words. Here we go. Everybody get together. Empty because we always energize. And every time I see you, you're like, you're I haven't tried coffee. She does calm down. I do. She does. I've seen her calm her now. At the moment. When we had our drum, I called her. She's energized by people. I am. I have missed your drum circle. That was fun. That was fun.
Hello. What's your name? Amanda, that's right. It's hard to remember from time to time.
There's so many names, yeah. Okay. Welcome to the General Assembly.
Hi, Fan.
Hi, Art. Hi, Fan. I'm Fan, obviously, you know that. I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello. First, do we have somebody who can take minutes? Please, please, please. I will take minutes. Thank you, Amelia. Yay. Okay. Okay, camp rules again. No teepees. No, but seriously. The smoking sections are at the corners of camp, over there, over there. No drinking or intoxication. I know.
But when they were at Ben's Park, they gave me a bamboo.
Did you get a formula?
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, you said no drinking. No drinking, no drugs. Quiet hours are 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. Be nice to each other. Give hugs.
Give hugs.
Active participation. Our nonverbal communication system. You guys, most of you already know this. Up, you agree. Middle, fence, down, don't agree. Point of fact, if you have a fact, everybody here. Not an opinion. Not an opinion.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Active participation is from the audience.
And point of fact.
Point of process. Point of process. Point of process. If the process is breaking down. Okay, first working group announcements. Okay, immediate. Yeah, let's start with outreach. Anything from outreach? Yes.
Yes. Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Friends, the Quakers will be doing a teach-in about, to put it briefly, Quakerism and social action.
Okay.
And they've got a really neat teach-in that they're putting together for it. That's Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Here?
Right here. Yep, it's part of the Faith into Action series.
Great. Other outreach? How about camp logistics? Yeah.
I'm leading marches from now on every day. So whoever wants to join me every day for a march, I'm gonna come up with a time by 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm thinking we should do it right after the camp logistics meeting every day. But yeah, I think it needs to happen, so let's just do it.
Do it. Any other camp logistics?
You gotta shake it a while.
Okay. Does anybody want to talk about what, before we move on, the emergency GA? I know that was about camp logistics. Storm.
Okay, so today, for whoever wasn't at the GA earlier, the mayor called me and said that we violated a rule on the permit, which was the teepee. That was because the height, that it was a fire hazard, and that it wasn't camping equipment necessarily, but that's what we plan to be doing to winterize. So we're going to have to talk to him, have a meeting with him about winterizing our camp and what we can do to keep warm what we can. But he did say that there's going to be people coming through the park to check it out to make sure that nothing is illegal or everything's not fire hazard or whatever. So we need to clean up the park a little bit, just make it look nice, make sure that nothing is laying around that's flammable or whatever. We have to go over the permit again and just really see, like, read in between the lines and everything to make sure we're not breaking any rules so we can stay here.
Okay, did everybody hear all that? Cool. Okay, facilitation, I have an announcement. Per usual, I just want to encourage everybody to come to the 3 p.m. facilitation meeting so that you can learn how to facilitate the General Assembly on Saturday, 3 p.m. on Saturday, here. Media! No? Okay. No? Didn't you just get it? What? Okay. Environmental.
Pick up your trash.
Oh, the Occupy Delaware River Basin Commission, the fracking rally has the meeting that the Delaware River Basin Commission was going to have to allow fracking has been canceled, which is a really good thing.
Great. Woo! Woo! I don't know.
Awesome. Report was that the governor of Delaware was going to vote no at that meeting. The Delaware River Basin Commission is a group of governors that are all along the Delaware River and a representative from the federal government, which was going to be from the Army Corps of Engineers representing the Obama administration. So what the rumor is, and totally not confirmed, is that just because they knew one governor was going to vote no and they weren't going to be able to move forward, they decided to not have the meeting instead because they're not going to be able to move forward. So it's a victory. And Josh Fox, who was primarily organizing that, you know, said definitely we should celebrate, but there's still a lot of work to do.
Question on that, does that mean that that action is canceled?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not going to go occupy the Delaware River Basin and the carpool is canceled, etc.
How about technology? Anything?
We're doing streams all the time. We've been recording GAs all week. Thank you to the people who have been helping with that. They've been posted pretty regularly, and we're also started videotaping other things and getting them posted. There are a couple of recordings from Harrisburg today that I encourage everybody to check out.
Security, peacekeepers.
Sarah's not here.
Does anybody want to speak for her about what's going on tonight? Who's camping?
Been the head concert. Are you talking about the?
Do we have people for security?
I'm 37.
You are? Cool. So
we don't know what the list is because it's really buried in there. So I know Shorty has 11 to 3. She has 3 to 7 all week.
Okay.
If anybody wants 3 to 7, I guess come to her, and 11 to 3. If and when I come back, I can take care of 11 to 3 too.
Usually she has it all worked out, and if she doesn't, she'll say something.
I don't think she would. Yeah. Okay, how about food? Any food updates?
Yes, Thanksgiving Day meal is here at noon.
Tomorrow?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thursday. Wow.
Yeah.
Thursday on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. At noon.
At noon. Awesome. Other working group announcements?
I'm supposed to be health and sanitation. I haven't been here a while because I've been sick.
Oh gosh.
So, but just, you know, coming back today and looking around, sanitation is something we really need to work on. And like my number is in the book. So if anybody else wants to, you know, like I'm in the book, I'm in tent 3. My number beside that is also in, you know, the work group in my list. Like if anybody else wants to help me with this, because I'm still getting over, you know, being sick. So I could probably use it. It's a big concern because that's one of the things they can get us out of here for. So, and it's another thing is like, you know, dirtiness makes people sick, and flu season's coming up, so we gotta really be careful. We don't all want to be on bed rest and have nobody to occupy.
Occupied like the funeral.
Action.
Occupy the pharmacy.
I do know that we had an impromptu action meeting right after our march, and we're talking about having a 3-day, some kind of outreach festival, and we need to have more meetings to talk about the things that we want to do at that. It's going to be quite cold at that time, so there's a lot of planning that needs to go on. Unfortunately, I don't know when the next action meeting is, but Nick Martin is, I'm sure, going to have another one this week. And if you can, if you see it on the minutes or the website or hear or spread it to each other through text, because it's really important for us to do that. We need to do more actions, like seriously.
I heard something about occupying the mall. What's that all about?
That's an idea that's going around for Buy Nothing Day or Buy Nothing Week or Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday. It's an idea. We talked about it at the meeting, and there's issues with arrest, so it still needs to be worked out. Yeah.
The mall's a good place to get arrested.
The security's a bunch of pansies there. They'll call the cops from a park.
Good, since we're on action work group, I'd like to hear about the action in Harrisburg, the mic check that they did at the meeting today. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Harrisburg occupiers here. Oh.
Yeah, we're
right
here.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome.
Well,
we went to, there was a redistricting hearing today at
redistricting.
They're gerrymandering, basically. It's trying to rig the election so that Republicans win. The Democrats they do it too every year, but so we decided to occupy the meeting and mic check a speech.
In the state
we shut the meeting down.
Sweetness.
We shut the meeting down. It was a great success. It was awesome.
Well, we didn't shut it down. We just delayed it for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear themselves over the microphone.
They were frustrated.
Yeah, the one guy, like, his veins were popping out.
It was pretty great. Pretty epic. And then directly afterwards, we actually had to leave early. Like, we would have stayed there and like shut them down completely, but the cops decided to evict us. They woke me up this morning at like 11 o'clock.
It was
like
10 that they were there.
It was like 11:15 that they woke me up, and they told me that they asked who was a representative of the group. I was like, I can relay the message.
Can you speak up?
And they said that we had to be out of there by 1. So I relayed the message, and directly after the occupying the meeting, we marched down there and we locked arms around the tent. We actually eventually decided to get inside one of the tents, and we locked our arms in there, and they actually cut the tent around
with a knife that was like this long.
Yeah, it was like a freaking Michael Myers knife.
After telling us that they didn't have a knife.
Yeah, it was really
weird.
Isn't a knife. And our asses are like sitting up against the tent.
Yeah, the one guy at the bottom of his boot got cut open. Yeah.
Pretty sharp knife.
Yeah. But so they took all of our tents and they brought them to this warehouse thing that we got.
No, they took them to the police station.
No, they took them to a warehouse.
No, they said it was a warehouse, but we got to go to the police station in order to get a police escort to go and get our stuff.
We have to get a police escort to get our stuff.
Yes. I was lucky I got all my stuff out of there, but not everybody was.
Well, what they did is none of them had clear answers as to why they were there. We asked them, and what we did was like 3/4 of our group didn't mind getting arrested. So they were the ones that linked their arms around the tent. It was probably about half as big as that blue blanket. And the other people who didn't want to get arrested, and we gave them cameras. I had a camera, and we just took pictures of what was going on. You have to get badge numbers. It's important to get badge numbers. I had pictures of all of their badges. And yeah, so if you guys do face an eviction or something, definitely take advantage of the people who don't want to be arrested and give them cameras.
As a piece of humor, you might be told that you don't actually live in Lancaster anymore.
Oh yeah, they told us that none of us are from Harrisburg. They said we were told that none of you guys are even from Harrisburg.
Yeah, we had the chief of police came up to the window of the tent.
I was like pulling out the driver's license and stuff.
Yeah, I came from nowhere. I came from France.
We appeared here out of thin air.
Yeah.
You have a permit.
You guys are aliens.
Did they have
we do not.
We didn't have a permit.
We had one for the very first day to occupy the steps. But after that, we just continued to do it. But I mean, we actually do have a lot of support from the police staff. A lot of them honk.
Apparently, one of the councilmen said that he wanted us out because of the holiday.
Not the city police. The city police did not.
Yeah, they got a Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow. So it's in the works. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some impromptu direct action.
We had a SWAT van, like a police RV. Legitimately, a police RV came.
Other working group announcements. I think we covered them all. General announcements? Any general announcements here?
Where's Renee? She had something she wanted to say, and I don't see her. All right, never mind. Okay.
Really? Unbelievable.
I have an announcement.
I was gonna say, give it time. Marinade.
So Rachel and I had a meeting like a few weeks ago where she like instructed me on how to be interviewed by the media, and then I took notes on that and typed it up, and I printed it out, and I'm gonna have it's 2 sheets. I'm gonna have it stapled together, and then have copies for people, so we can all be educated and empowered to feel comfortable talking to the media.
I can help with that.
Some people from Occupy Harrisburg are going down to Occupy DC to meet up with the people who are walking from Occupy Wall Street all the way down to DC. And they're doing a carpool/caravan starting in Harrisburg, and then they're doing a night in York, a night in Baltimore, and then a night in DC before they meet up with them. And Tony and I are going to meet up with them in York on Sunday.
They're carpooling.
The carpool's starting in Harrisburg, but Tony and I are meeting up with them in York.
This is just kind of off of what she said. If you can't learn about how to talk to the media, in my experience, the best way to talk to them is to say what you need to say, ignore their questions, and they have to take whatever they can from what you said anyway. So
don't be intimidated.
Don't feel like you have to answer their questions. Just say what you need to say and
say what you need to say.
No comment.
Point of information. Never stare directly in the camera. Sometimes they will ask you to do that. It is a ploy to make you look terrible on the camera. It looks very creepy on the TV when someone is staring directly at you.
Wicked creepy. Thank you. That's true. Nick, did you want to say anything about the emergency GA or the action, or anything else on like the action that we were going to take as well? Either one of those things? The impromptu action meeting that we had, and the
Impromptu action.
that we had after the march.
Oh.
Was there any updates on that?
There wasn't a solid proposal to come out of that.
Are we gonna have an action meeting like this week? Or?
We should.
We should. We'll figure it out.
There is one planned.
We'll plan it. Okay. Okay. Other general announcements.
I think that I heard from Storm that the mayor was personally offended by what happened today, and I don't know what communication got to him, where that was offensive to him. But I don't think that I intended to offend the mayor, because I think the mayor and the police have been very accepting of what we've been doing. I'd like a temp check on just saying, I'm sorry you were offended. We didn't mean to offend you.
I think that he was just offended because we weren't in communication with him about the structure that we built. But like, I didn't even know about it until I walked by this morning when I was going to work, and then I get a call from the mayor and he was like, I'm offended for people on TV. Like, I don't really see how he's offended. I guess maybe because he gave us his permit so willingly and then we violated something on it so soon. So I think maybe that's why he felt the way he did.
Something to add to that?
Yeah, my personal feeling on it is that he doesn't have good reason to be offended, and that I think it's weird that he didn't come down and say anything, and he instead called. So I have a lot of reservations about what his actual intent is behind saying things like this, and I think in the light of the crackdown in occupations, I think that we should take it more seriously than just the mayor is offended that we erected a structure. I think it's very likely that the city officials are looking for an excuse to crack down on this camp, and I think that in light of that we need to take action, and the first way to take action is we need more people to start camping here.
Not only that, but perhaps on the mayor.
And we need to have, if we decide we want to hold this space, then we need to start camping here for folks that currently are.
Actually, can you open this? Anybody who wants to be part of tomorrow's march, I think I'm going to just do it at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Just talk to me after this meeting.
I just also want to say when we are feeling more external pressure, it's really the time to up our allies and community support. And one thing that I think would be very, very helpful is if we got everybody we know who is supportive to call the mayor and the city and thank them for having a positive and peaceful discourse with us and relating to Occupy Lancaster differently than what's been going on in other cities. And that's our way of setting a precedent of what the community expects. So if people ask how they can support, tell them to call and thank the mayor. Even though we may feel a little funny about it now, that's a really good way for us to build our community support and have that be visible.
I have a quick announcement. Just a reminder, the decision about the TP or whatever, I think that I agree with Nick, what he said. I think that everybody's looking for reasons to evict these sites, but we also need to remember that we just did a proposal to pass for the yurt structure to be put up, and then we just, without telling the entire group, the group did not vote at a General Assembly to have that structure, to my knowledge.
We did not vote on whether or not to put up a yurt. We voted on funding for constructing a yurt.
What? Funding.
The proposal and the vote was for the funds to construct a yurt. There was no question on whether or not we were allowed to put up a yurt.
So the yurt could have gone up anyway, either way, but I thought part of the proposal just on that was that to find out if it was okay in the permit for us to have that structure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is, I mean, we were checking, and I think that was the problem with the TP. And at some point we might not have a permit. We might be like you guys, but I think if it's something that might have us be evicted, or I just want to remind people to be aware that we should try to make decisions together as a team, rather than, Storm didn't even know. She got a call and was like, what TP? Like, what fucking TP? So, just a reminder.
We decided that anything that happens on camp would be decided by camp members, and if need be, I think we will take the fall for that, and it doesn't have to be anybody else, and we can apologize for that.
Well, I mean, what if, and I know we're sort of off topic here, but what if we get evicted? That affects everything, that affects everyone, that affects the whole movement, not just camp.
Yeah,
so
I think we learned our lesson today.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just reminding people that, like, big decisions, because they really want to kick us out, and they will.
Another thing is that that was kind of a shot at trying to winterize our camp. And since it's getting colder, we do have to do that soon. But now we have to run everything through like the fire department or something. So I feel like Camp Logistics should call for a meeting tomorrow about that, and then try to have a meeting with the mayor, whoever we have to talk to about how can we stay warm without violating the permit. Maybe they can give us some leeway and stuff. So yeah.
Any other general announcements?
I just arrived with 4 pizzas.
All right. Thank you. There's 4 pizzas.
Or could we maybe have the fire marshal show up for a 10 a.m. meeting tomorrow?
That's fantastic.
Okay.
Camp Mark.
So maybe a Grand Class Camp Logistics meeting tomorrow concerning winterized.
Well, we do it every day at 10 a.m. But we can have another one at 3 p.m. and ask the fire marshal to come to one or the other.
Can I ask a question? Are any of the working groups heading up sort of strategizing about what to do in face of increased pressure?
Camp Logistics. And we talked about it tonight in the general discussion.
Other general announcements? Okay, I think that's it for the General Assembly. Thank you guys. And will we still be doing
Yes, peer review will continue. We are almost done, but we are not done. So if you're part of peer review, please come back.
You want like 10
Thank you guys.
What's that?
Like 10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
Burr my toes.